Hi, my name is David Palmer. I'm your city councilman in place 8 at large. I've been in that spot for 2 terms. I'm running for re-election in my 3rd and final term. So I want to tell you a little bit about what I've learned and how I plan to continue going. I've really placed emphasis on infrastructure. In my first meeting, the day I was sworn in, about 8:45 on May the 20th in 2015, and about 10:30 that morning during a first budget review, Dan Vedrell from Transportation stood up there and told us how in Irving we've got about 635 public miles of streets, and how over the last several years we've been averaging repaving, rebuilding between 2 and 3 miles of that a year. And he commented, so that means we'll be in front of your house once every 200 years, whether it needs it or not. And that told me we had to focus on that. Within about a month, I was meeting with the mayor of Coppell, and I learned that Coppell is about 1/5 our size in terms of public road miles, and they were spending about 3 times as much as we were. So this really became a point of emphasis. It's been on the citizen surveys for years as the number one problem, number one complaints, situation and condition of streets. So we've started the Road to the Future program with help from city manager. I think everybody on the council has been supportive of it. And we need to all be as citizens supportive of it, because we're now spending about $20 million a year repaving, rebuilding our roads. And that is an amount that needs to be spent ongoing every year for years, as far as any of us can see. That's going to have to continue. So I placed emphasis on that and commitment. Also, the biggest cost we have in the city throughout are employee costs, because of the service industry. And the first year I was on, we were self-insured for health care. We started looking at projecting a $29.5 million budget for claims, and we started to make some changes. And those changes entailed changes to deductibles, changes to copays, prescription plans, talking to employees about the importance of looking and shopping for their medications. In the first year after that was instituted, our claims dropped by about $6 million, down to about $22 million. And they've eked back up some since then, but probably over the 4 years-ish that's been in, we've saved the city at least $15 million in cost for that. So that's important. Also, fireman's pension plan became an issue, and because of that, really focus on all other pension plans and compensation levels came into discussion. And frankly, that's not a topic that made friends for me with employees of the city, because it's talking about their structure and their compensation. But I believe, along with other members of management of the city, including the city manager, that these are things that must be talked about, must be explored and discussed, because it's top of the line that we want to be competitive in attracting employees and have top-notch employees, which I do believe we have. And that we've got to be competitive in doing that, but we've got to be sustainable going forward. And so these are hard topics to talk about. They're not easy, because it's impacting everybody's compensation benefits sitting in the room, other than those of us that are on the council. So that's been a topic of discussion. Also, I was a big supporter of the Music Factory. That was a contentious project. I think that it's been very successful, and even with this big disruption from COVID, it's been a very successful project. The hotel's complete, the convention center, it's all, once meetings began, we're positioned. The 3-legged stool we talked about over the years was completed. So going forward, I continue to want to be a person on the council who is fiscally responsible. One of the things that's also I discovered during this, we pay more as a city for construction costs because we're a governmental unit than any private entity would pay, probably 3 times more. So that's an emphasis that we're going forward with the legislature to try to proceed to see how we can fix those things. So let me conclude by saying that I've served hard, I've spent time, I've got the experience of both work and education. I have an undergraduate degree in accounting. I have a law degree. I have a master's in business administration. I run a company that's here in Irving, 73,000 square feet with 54 employees, making a $55,000, $56,000 payroll every week. So I understand business, I understand employee relations, and I understand what it takes to be what it means to be a taxpayer in this city. So I'm asking you for your vote. Again, my name is David Palmer. I'm running for Place 8, City Council at Large. Everyone in the city can vote for me, and I hope you do. Thank you.